Planet Zoo 2 has just been announced, and with the announcement came a free update for Planet Zoo 1, bringing us some questionable animal statues. But from all of those pieces, one stood out so much that I rose from the dead and started building again. My name is Leader, or Lider, however you wanna call me, and we are so back. Okay guys, so as I said in the beginning of this video, we are so back, and we are back in 3 regards at least. So the first one being, I am back on my own YouTube channel. How cool is that? Give me some applause. Yes, I know, it's been dusty here. I don't know, the last time I uploaded was like 2 years ago, 3 years ago. Nevertheless, I'm so happy to be back and to record for you guys. The second comeback is that I'm back building in Planet Zoo, and I'm having so much fun. So I'm in like my Planet Zoo Renaissance or something like that. And that wasn't on my 2026 bingo card, so yeah, stuff happens, I guess. And the third comeback, third and final one, is that Valby City Zoo is back. And how cool is that? And I know you will say that Valby has been around for few years at least now, but the latest comeback has happened in like 5 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, or something like that. And if you haven't seen that video, there's an absolutely amazing Wolverine enclosure built by ZooF, and the tour video is on ZooF's channel, so go check it out if you want to see the best Wolverine enclosure ever built in Planet Zoo history. And give ZooF some love, some likes, some subs maybe, or maybe comment on his videos. It really helps us content creators, especially returning content creators, as I am a returning content creator and ZooF is. So yeah, all the support is very much appreciated, and we would be very thankful for all the interactions you can give on our little silly videos. And so I talked about all the comebacks, and I told you guys basically that I am back building in Valby City Zoo. And which area, you might think? I don't know if you remember, but 2 years ago, I think 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago, ZooF started his own mini-series in Valby City Zoo, which was called The Petting Zoo. And he recorded 3 or 4 episodes, these speed builds episodes, and then the whole thing went silent, like radio silent, like that, basically. And when Planet Zoo 2 was announced, what a hype situation, by the way, that we are getting Planet Zoo 2, but maybe I will talk about it in the next video, or maybe in this one, if we have time. But when that game was announced, I messaged ZooF and asked him if we can finish the petting zoo, because I saw that piece, and that piece really belongs in a place like a petting zoo. And I decided that it's high time we finish this area. ZooF agreed, so expect more episodes from the petting zoo in the upcoming weeks, and I hope we'll finish it in 3 weeks. And today I am building a pigeon house and a duck house in the petting zoo, and the thing that you are currently seeing on the screen is the pigeon house. It will be like this very weird witch hat like structure on one wooden pillar, being supported by these 8 octagonal beams. It's all made out of wood, and it will be clad in this special piece that made me come back to the game, basically. It's a new one for me, this format of building. I mean, I was doing speed builds for Leśna Ostoja, and in the meantime, I think I forgot how good it is to build like I did in Leśna Ostoja. If you don't remember Leśna Ostoja, it's like a collaboration between me and ZooF, in which we are building this little petting zoo, basically. Once again, petting zoo in Poland, in this rustic setting. And we agreed back in the days with ZooF that we would take 2 days at most for a part of the Leśna Ostoja to be finished. So I had 2 days, 3 days maybe to finish a whole building for Leśna Ostoja, and that prevented me from overthinking the designs too much, and it made the building process very much enjoyable. And the same thing I think applies here for this Valby City Zoo petting zoo. I haven't really planned those buildings in advance. I mean, I did some rough sketches while being on a train, PKP Intercity. It's like the best Polish railway operator or something like that. I think it's the only one, the only one that matters. Maybe sorry for my ignorance if you are from Poland. And most of the things were resolved or were imagined while I was building this stuff. So it was like returning to the good old days, and I must say I really enjoy this format because I come back from work, I don't have to do additional sketches, additional technical drawings like I did for some of my Planet Zoo buildings. I just sit down, relax, play Planet Zoo, listen to some of my favorite music and go with the flow. And I think I must return to this type of building because when you see the end result, and I hope you stay till the end of this video, this building doesn't lack in the leader charm, I would call it maybe. So it's detailed, it's realistic, it's photorealistic as I used to call my style at some point. And it has all these nice architectural ideas and tricks that I have learned across the years as I was studying, as I am now working in an architectural bureau. So yeah, I think it doesn't lack anything, and yet it has been done. Like these two buildings have been done in 2 days, 3 days, 4 days at max. I don't remember. I don't remember really, but I must say that the footage doesn't look like 2 days or 3 days of work because I had to cut it down in order to make it enjoyable to watch. I set this goal that each part of this video, so the Pigeon House and the Duck House, will have 10 minutes at most. And I think I made sure that they are precisely 10 minutes to the second, that they are 10 minutes each and every segment. And now on the screen, as you can see, there is this special piece that has been introduced to Planet Zoo via the Planet Zoo 2 update, which is crazy work, if you ask me. And this is a tuft piece or a hairdress piece, something like that. It's basically a bunch of feathers that sits on one of the statue's head. And it's an individual piece, which I didn't expect looking at the screenshot from the Planet Zoo team. But as it is an individual piece, the first thing that came to my mind when I saw it was a thatched roof. And my first idea was that I should do an African-themed thatched roof, like an African kiosk or something, like a drink stand, and place it in Valby to make this small contribution to the zoo. But then when I presented this idea to the lovely people on ZooF's Discord, and if you are not part of that Discord, make sure you join us. There's a bunch of, as I said, lovely people there. And there is me, there is ZooF, there are a bunch of other content creators, so you can always ask for advice on your builds and share your creations, which is the goal of the server, basically. And one guy named Luke suggested that the new piece is too curly to be a standard thatched roof. And so that slightly let me down, but then I thought maybe there is some sort of thatched roof somewhere in the world that would suit the requirement of being curly. And it appears that on an island of Løsø or something like that, which is located in Denmark, there is this special type of eelgrass thatch, and it has been around for at least 500 years or something like that. So ancient, maybe not ancient, but old Danish people were basically covering their roofs with eelgrass. And eelgrass is good for roofs because it's waterproof. I think it reaches the full waterproofness in around a year or something like that. It's a good insulation, and some modern day researchers compare its insulating possibilities or capabilities to mineral wool, for example, and it's fireproof. And the best part for eco building today is that plants can grow on the thatch. So you can have basically super thermal green roofs using the eelgrass. And I stumbled upon an article on the zine. It's like I think a magazine. I hope you know it. That some student researcher from Denmark called Catherine Larsen made some prefabricated modular eelgrass roofs, and she plans to use them on buildings and to popularize them and to show people that it's the new way of building, and I truly support this type of dedication. And her roofs are now being tested outside to see how they react to the climate and all the stuff. So the roofs on the Lesser Island are very thick. They are like 1 meter thick in some places, in some points, in certain points. And I wanted to mimic that thickness and that shagginess of the roof on both of the buildings that I'm building right now. And I have so much to talk about, and the footage is so short. So excuse me if I'm not talking about what's happening on the screen right now. But I used some cool tricks to make it look old, maybe slightly old, like a 2-year-old roof. So I used the new piece for the base, then I colored it with gradients, so you can see which parts were affected by the sun. And then I used moss to show that these roofs are green roofs and that plants can basically grow on them. And I think I've read that on the Larsen roofs, like the prefabricated roofs I was talking about a while ago, moss is already starting to form. So moss really likes those eelgrass roofs. So yeah, all the positives of using this kind of roof. And I think there should be a little backstory to it, which I will present when we do a tour of this area. That these buildings are not like very old buildings that were transported from the Lesser Island to the Valby City Zoo, but they are rather a little collaboration between a local university of technology or something and the zoo itself to popularize first and foremost the old Danish architecture, because I think ZooF, his petting zoo, was already doing that. He was building those structures that resemble the structures of past Danish architecture. And then it's like a little, I don't know, zoos should educate, and not only about animals but also about the environmental awareness and stuff like that. And I think popularizing building materials, especially those that are considered green architecture, is a good thing to do in a zoo, because a zoo is not only about animals, it's not only about plants, but it's also about architecture, because what would be a zoo without architecture? Animals roaming around without houses, so we couldn't house tropical animals, for example. So yeah, that's a little digression, but we will see once the tour is out, and that should be in 3 weeks, but you can't count on my word. I will make sure to give some backstory to those buildings, and you will see in the end credits that these buildings are now placed in some sort of a void, because I will do the landscaping around them, little gardens, little fences and stuff like that, when I actually have the Valby file. And it will be reserved for the tour, so you can watch this video and then you can watch the tour and still get something new from me, and I'm not spoiling everything that I will do for that place in this one video. And yes, regarding content, maybe next week there should be another speed build for the petting zoo, so I hope you like this format and you will be looking forward to that. And now I see that the time is running up, so I need to round up my little voiceover, my little shitty voiceover, because I'm so rusty. I don't know if you can hear it, but I haven't talked in English for some time, so excuse my English and my word choices and stuff like that. So we are like in the middle of the duck house, so wow, the time flies so fast. And as you can see, this is a different type of structure. This is a very light take on a Prussian wall. About Prussian walls I will talk in the next episode, but this is basically a structure made from those painted black beams, and then there are those white planks in between, which mimic those rendered, because the exterior plaster is called render in architecture, that are rendered white, and this is meant to mimic that. And then we are adding those diagonal beams because that is a key part of a Prussian wall, and here it makes sense because it goes from the support, from the wooden beam to the roof, beam. So it makes sense when you think about how a building works. And a neat trick I think I used here are those I don't know how those the thing that you unlock and the water drops out of it. A tap? Oh yeah, a tap. Those taps I used for door and window locks. And I think they look really good. And as you can see, the doors are the opposite weight now, because now they make more sense that as the hinges are not visible, they are hidden inside, and so the doors, to be able to fully open, have to be outside, and then they have to I don't know how to call it in English. My god, my English so bad. My English so bad. I'm sorry, I'm from Poland. So the locks have to lock on the beams, so they have to do like a little clap, and then you put on a lock. And so I think we are nearing the end of the video. There will be some more of the roof placement. I cut down the footage because each and every piece on the roof is placed by hand. I'm not copying anything, so that took me like one day, just the roof placement. We are doing a roof ridge right now, and there will be some more gradient work, then some moss work, and then I will be doing some custom supports for the duck house, and a ramp for the ducks to access the duck house, because the ducks we will be having in Valby City Zoo are the Indian runner ducks, which will help us with our little petting zoo gardens, because the Indian runner ducks are good for keeping in petting zoos because they can't fly, so they won't fly anywhere. And they eat snails, so they help with agriculture. So if we want to have like little gardens in the petting zoo, we can have that, and the Indian runner ducks will help us with this matter. And so I hope you enjoyed the rest of the video. I hope you enjoyed this format, and I hope you are excited both for Valby's return and for the future of Planet Zoo series. And I hope you are very excited that I am returning, and I hope I will stay for some time and deliver you guys some content you deserve, a good building content. I'm so egoistic, I know. So thanks for sticking by, thanks for watching till the end. I guess if you are still here, you are a hero. I love you. Thanks for supporting the channel. Consider liking, subscribing, maybe even commenting on this video. Give this video some love so I can get back on the charts, on the popular charts, and I will speak to you soon in the next episode of Leader Building Random Stuff in Valby City Zoo. Goodbye and see you again. Yo.